Welcome to the Stock Workout, where we flex on the market to make gains. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Clover Health Investments Corp, ticker symbol CLOV. Now, I've covered this before, however, I'll cover it again just to give you a few price points. Take a look at the price action that took place on Friday because we did close slightly higher than the day before. And we'll go over a little bit of news and then take a look at the technicals and see where we're up to, where we're at. And I just want to mention everybody should have an exit strategy. With these meme stocks, with the volatility, everybody should have an exit strategy. So I just want to put that out there. So on Friday we closed at $15.03. We were up on the day 4.81%. So that's not a squeeze. However, it is an increase in price from the previous day. After hours we did drop back down to $14.92. Now before I get into the charts, let's take a look at this article. This is an article I found on the Nasdaq websites. What I'll do is I'll leave the link to this in the description down below so you can take a look at it yourself. But it says, forget AMC. Is Clover Health the new Reddit stock that will make you rich? So firstly, when it says forget AMC, it's slightly misleading, that title, because it doesn't really give reasons as to why you should forget AMC. And the article says that is Clover Health the new Reddit stock that will make you rich. The article doesn't really go into a short squeeze perspective of this stock, but it does give you the basic fundamentals for the company. And it gives you a reason why people should maybe buy and hold this stock for the future. But okay, let's get into it. So it says, similar to AMC Entertainment and GameStop before it, Clover Health is the new target of retail investors trying to drive the stock price higher. Unlike the previous spikes, this healthcare upstart has a growing business and a data-dependent strategy that could lead to sustainable long-term share gains. Let's take a deeper dive to see why Clover Health might be the meme stock worth buying. So Clover stock is up more than 180% this month on 6 times the normal volume. That's reminiscent of late January when the coordination of Reddit users on the Wall Street Bets forum triggered a massive run in stocks that had a high short interest. It's also a theme this time. More than 43% of Clover Health's float, the number of shares available for trading, are being shorted. Unlike the low growth businesses of video game stores and movie theaters, Clover provides an artificial intelligence based platform that helps physicians deliver better care at lower costs. So far, it has targeted Medicare eligible patients. That's a growing population in a country where 10,000 people turn 65 years old every day. That was quite surprising when I read that, to be honest. The Reddit crowd might actually be buying a company with excellent prospects for the future. And this is the bit when now this article goes on to talk about the background for Clover Health and what they're doing and how big the market is. So further down the line, it gives you a few numbers. The market is a whopping 270 billion. It's expected to grow to 590 billion by 2025, and it basically compares it with a few of its other competitors. It says that Clover Health can grab a large market share in this. So the article then goes on to basically describe why Clover Health may be a good company to actually buy and hold, which is fair in my opinion. The company could actually go on to do great things. They do have a good story behind them. They are doing good things, but the reason why it's got so much interest recently is due to this potential short squeeze. So this article is slightly misleading when it says forget AMC. Is Clover Health the new Reddit stock that will make you rich? Um, in the short term, probably, maybe, it's possible. In the long term, though, the article basically targets long-term holders and is saying that buy and hold this stock because it has good potential. It talks about the market share, how much Clover Health can grab out of that. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll leave the link for this in the description down below. And this is the sentence that I mainly took notes of. The Reddit crowd might actually be buying a company with excellent prospects for the future. Clover Health does have good prospects, yes, it's undeniable. However, the short squeeze will make them quite richly priced, which is why the Bank of America analyst downgraded it to $10. Because when he compared Clover Health with competitors, Clover Health was richly valued compared to its competitors. Eventually, it could be worth as much as it is now, but obviously, due to its meme stock status currently, prices are going all over the place, and the analyst doesn't see it being worth this currently. From a meme stock perspective, obviously, when it squeezes, it's worth whatever it is due to it having a short squeeze. But from a fundamentals perspective, the analyst doesn't see it being worth $15. He sees it being worth 10. And that actually helped the sell-off. It caused more of a sell-off on the 10th of June, which was the Thursday, because that was when the Bank of America analyst released that piece of information. Now let's take a look at the charts, take a look at a bit of short interest. So for Clover Health on Finviz is still currently at 36.09%. So I don't think this is being updated quite frequently, but it is still heavily shorted, which is why some of you may be hoping for a short squeeze. But let's take a look at the charts. So on this chart, I've got the 21-day EMA on screen, the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages. I've got the volume and I've got the RSI. Now, I've also drawn a fib retracement, just showing a few price points. I pointed out in my last video that $13.88 was the level of support we needed to hold, and we did hold that. We were holding that for quite a few hours because this is the hourly chart. So we closed on Thursday, we bounced off that, and then in the after hours and pre-market, we did bounce off that, and we increased in price and closed 4.81% higher for the day. Now, for the day, volume was 142 million shares, and the average volume for the last 10 days is 165. Now, one thing I want to take note of is the fact that volume has been decreasing. Back here on this day here, when we saw this huge spike, this was the day when it went up over 100%. That day, the volume was around 700 million, I think it was, and then since then we have just been slowly decreasing, which is not something you want to see on a short squeeze. So for those of you who are playing this for its short squeeze potential, you do keep an eye out on the volume because you'll want to see that volume pick up. Now, RSI, where's RSI sat at? RSI has been consistently low for the last 3 trading days. So RSI is currently at 44.82. So anything above 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. So RSI is touching a hairline over in the oversold. And when I say that, that's because 50 is neutral, so it is slightly, ever so slightly oversold, but not too much. Now on this hourly chart, not that it makes a huge difference because the price has been absolutely insanely volatile, but that 21-day EMA has crossed under the 50-day moving average. However, I will omit that and not take that as being a true reflection of this just because of that huge run up and huge sell off, because of that meme stock status it has, and it's been absolutely volatile. I don't think that 21-day EMA or that their moving averages will give an accurate picture for Clover Health. So that's just a piece of information for those of you who want to know it. 21-day EMA crossed under that 50-day moving average. Now, where do we go from here? So $13.88, that's the level of support. If you break down from that, then the 78% Fibonacci retracement comes in at $13.26. From then onwards, the next level of support comes in at $9. At $9, you are back to where you started, where before we had this huge run up, we were in the $9 range. At that point, there is 100% retracement, and which is why I said it is important to have an exit strategy. Resistance levels, so where to next? So the first resistant levels comes in at this 61% Fibonacci retracement, which is $16.60, and after that you can see these resistance levels up here. So the 50% fib retracement level was at $18.95. That will act like the following resistance level after the 61% Fibonacci retracement. So 1660 first level of resistance, then 1895 second level of resistance, then 2130, and 24.20, and then the high that we saw was 28.89. So when we're looking for this to squeeze, we need to surpass these price levels here. So in the immediate resistance level is $16.60. So keep an eye out for this price range that we're in now. We're in between the 61 fib retracement and 78% fib retracement. So if we continue bouncing around between this $13, I'm going to take it $13.88 because we did bounce off that $13.88 and $16.60. If you see the price break out above $16.60, we could have another run up. If you see it break below this $13.88, it could come down to $13.26. And after that, we're talking $9 is the next level of support. So just keep an eye out on these price points. Do keep an eye out on the volume for this stock. We need the volume to pick up. Definitely, we need that volume to pick up for this to squeeze. Now, I am aware of this, some options are expiring on the 18th, I believe. So for those of you who are playing this as a short squeeze, that might be a date you wish to hold until, but as I've said before, do have an exit strategy. If you want to play this for a short squeeze perspective, if you want to play this from that perspective, and you believe it's going to squeeze higher, or if you believe it's not going to squeeze anymore, then you might want to take out some money. You might want to take out your initial investment. If you do see yourself in the positive and you see yourself in the green and you've made some gains for this, what you might want to do is at least take out your initial investment so you haven't lost any money, and then you can just let whatever's left in there, you can just ride that to as high as this wants to go. So definitely everybody do think of an exit strategy for this, what price you want to get in and out at, whether you want to take out your initial investment just so that you're secure and then let your profits ride, and so that in that case, even if the price fluctuates, you've not lost your initial investment that you've put in, you've not lost your hard-earned cash. Short interest is still currently very high in this, so with any meme stock, it could potentially rally again. However, we need to take a look at this and base our decisions in also a safe way where we won't lose our money, which is why I am putting on everyone's radar to think of an exit strategy. Definitely everybody do think of that, and I'm going to keep reiterating that because any meme stock that you get involved in, the last thing anybody wants to do is lose any money, and meme stocks are very, very volatile. So even if you can secure yourself, it's worth doing and then letting your profits ride. So do consider that point that I've just made. Actually, drop in the comments down below as well. Let me know what you guys are planning to do, how you plan to exit this. Are you planning to just leave your money in and let it squeeze? Are you planning to pull all your money out at a certain price point? Drop it in the comments down below and I will have a read of it and we'll see what happens. But that's it for this video. I've given you the support and resistance levels. Friday was a decent day because we held at $13.88 and we closed higher. It doesn't constitute as a squeeze as of yet, so we're probably still waiting for that squeeze. There are some options expiring on the 18th, so that might be a day you want to keep in your diary and see what happens on the day. But that's it for this video. If you appreciate that, drop it a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.